Hello everyone, this is Mahay over here at Sacred Kernel coming at you with a collective read. This was, intended for the general Lightworker Collective without any particular question in mind. So, whatever comes up, comes out, right? We don't put our hands over our mouth. All right. The Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And with this, I'm really hearing your internal strength is something that creates your beauty. Do you see how in the Black Jaguar, their fur is a dark tone, and yet they still have all of these spots? The storyline about how the rosette patterns are so special, but it's like you only see them in a certain light. It's like this with, the Elevated Lightworker Collective as well. We can change how we appear. We could be a shadow. In bright light, you can see the texture of the spots, but no one ever really knows the full depth here. This inner knowing, this old soul, it's like you can know this soul for decades and not really understand all the different sides of them. And that is so, so beautiful. Okay, we got the first row, the Chariot in reverse. Ten of Cups. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. And the Four of Cups. Okay, in reverse. So it feels like there's been a snag in the plan, let's call it. There's a snag in the plan. You're on a path working towards something, but with this Chariot in reverse shows that, maybe something has been put as a little bit, I don't want to say standstill, even though that was kind of on the tip of my tongue. It's not at a standstill, but it's definitely been delayed. With it being the Chariot like this, I'm kind of zooming in on the victory wreath and then the moon. So there's something that needed to go back to the drawing board, right? The cosmic drawing board, be revisited, be just kind of polished a little bit more before you could continue forward on this plan. The Ten of Cups is, of course, the goal. That is the goal we were working towards, this plan for abundance, for happiness. And this is like, it's not just abundance in the way that the Pentacles have it. This is like full emotional well-being as well. So this is something that's not so selfish, not so physical. It's something that's kind of an internal emotional well-being. It's everything. It's total love. With the Nine of Pentacles here, it shows that you still have the capacity to make this happen. This plan is not one to give up on. You have all these tools. You have pretty much anything one single soul could ask for. There's, potential on the horizon. There's fertility. There's, all this growth. You've come so far. You see that with the butterfly there. And you also have this kind of internal peace, as we see with the old soul, but also with this wolf here. You're fine all by yourself. And I also love how these little petals kind of look like hearts to me. This is about loving yourself. It's about acknowledging how far you've come. It's about respecting yourself. You are able to see that this plan, even though there's been a pause or a delay or something that needs to be revisited or just looked over again, it's not something that, is your fault. It's not something that you should be, feeling sorry about. It's just something that's like a fact of life that needs to be revisited. And that's a wonderful energy to be in, because when you're in this energy, it's way easier to find solutions rather than if you've got, all the emotions on yourself. You're like, oh, why did I do, that's a waste of energy and can even be counterproductive if you start, going into a loop and manifesting negative things because you're stuck in a bad energy. So this is the best energy to be in to tackle these kinds of problems. Good job, you. And then we have this Four of Cups. I really like this Four of Cups interpretation because it really feels like this figure is looking at the head in the clouds, the holy cup, and they tend to kind of miss what's in front of them. With it being like this, it's kind of more of the traditional interpretation of the Four of Cups, i.e., one who is really analyzing what's in front of them, okay, and going back over something that they may have missed or something that they maybe, interpreted slightly off from the divine intention. So what this tells me is that not only do you have the correct mindset to tackle this problem in an efficient manner, but you also are able to identify where those weak spots were in the plan. Really strong. Okay. Owl magic. Choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. Oh yeah, absolutely. They're your birthright because you're such an old soul. You have this inner knowing. It's amazing. And this part where it says you can see through deception, that further confirms this energy right here, as in you are seeing through where you may have deceived yourself in the past. That's what makes it easier to stay in this energy where it's like, well, hey, I still love myself. I'm still confident in myself. I still, have all of this good stuff, all these resources around me, mental resources, physical resources, etc. Therefore, I'm in the best position to tackle this problem and move towards this Ten of Cups. Let the past go, make room for a better life. You're doing it. You're seeing where this initial plan A didn't quite go smoothly, but you also know where to fix it. It's kind of reminding me of like a Rube Goldberg machine, or like dominoes or something like that, where it's kind of like you get it all set up, or even like a robot code system of commands or something like that, where you get it all set up and then you hit start and you're just like, okay, where's it going? Is it going to go? Is it going to get hung up somewhere? And this is like one of those first go arounds. If you're into that kind of thing, you know that it can take a lot of iterations before you get a total smooth one. But anyway, I'm digressing here, but it's kind of like that, where it's like there's a hiccup somewhere, a snag in the system line, and you're going over to see exactly how to fix it. And this doesn't deter you, it's just a part of the process. Okay, the Magician in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles. The Moon in reverse. And the Eight of Swords in reverse. So if there's any cards that we love to see reversed, it's got to be this one, right? And this is actually really awesome energy, really mature energy too. And I say that with, the utmost respect, highest of compliments, like this is awesome. So let's just get this part out of the way, okay? Magic, the Magician in reverse, and the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so the issue was that you went too fast. You're maybe a little overconfident in things going on that first iteration or second or whatever, one of those early iterations going through. You're a little bit too confident there, and you're realizing that, okay, so a little bit more patience and care, attention to detail is what's needed this go around, just to improve the system and make sure every little turn, every little connection, every little chain reaction is what's going to go properly. okay? And I don't blame you, right? If you got a whole bunch of dominoes, let's say, and you get them all set up, you just kind of want to, you can't wait to just, push that first one and watch them all go and see what kind of cool pattern it comes out and just watch that moment. And it means that in your excitement to do that, to get to that finish line, to get to that 10 of cups here, I almost said 10 of pentacles, but that 10 of cups, that you may, go a little bit too fast and you're set up in one section, so you got to go fix it. And it doesn't mean that you don't have the capacity. You are a magician. You do have the magic here that's within your soul. You have everything that you need to accomplish it and bring that manifestation into reality, bring that vision into reality. But, just don't go so fast this time. Like, just acknowledge that it's not just you, okay? It's not just you and the world. You and the whole rest of the world reacting. Everybody else has their own visions and manifestations too, whether they're spiritual, whether they're like conjurers or anything like that. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? Some people are more tapped in than others, but everybody has a dream. Everybody has their things that they like and things that they don't like. And that is what makes this big, beautiful world so unpredictable and so awesome and amazing, right? But just take a step back, slow down, and realize that if you want something to happen with consistent effort and application of your knowledge and your resources, you can make it happen. But just know that it's not just you in this world trying to make stuff happen. You have to work alongside other energies as well. Okay, the moon in reverse, and then we have the 8 of swords. So this here is like maybe I'm not telling you anything you don't know here, because it's like you're breaking free from this kind of, these expectations you've put forth on yourself. You're acknowledging that, yeah, hey, stuff isn't always going to go to plan, not to your plan. Things aren't always going to happen that way. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's for the worse. Okay, you're acknowledging that divine timing is a real thing. Divine intervention is a real thing. And so, when you slow down and acknowledge the signs, you might be able to save yourself from trying to push through on a plan or push through certain actions to make it work, when that's not really in your best interest. Okay. It's not to say do nothing, right? Because when you do nothing, then how can you expect anything? But it's like breaking free from such a rigid sense that things have to go your way because you tried so hard to picture how things go. You've been trying to manifest things, and you're just like, okay, I got all these things together. I've been visualizing this. I've been meditating on this. Now go. Things don't always work out that way. And that is also part of the secret formula, okay? Is anticipating that things may not go out the way that you wanted to. If you are open to the concept that things may turn out better than you expected, then it helps free up your energy, right, to go with the flow a little bit more, and allows, better opportunities to come in, things that you never would have imagined before. If things had just come out as you had spelled them out, then I just feel like that doesn't normally work, okay? You set forth a looser concept of the goal, okay? And that allows spirit to come in and reward you for that faith. You can't really make things work without faith. So you can't just like plan it out like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then it's going to follow like this, it's going to follow like that, and it's going to follow like that. That doesn't really happen. And so you're releasing that concept. And that's actually for the best, because when you do that, you get more rewards. I love this. Oh, I don't get the wolf so often. Okay, wolf, Pathfinder. Release your past and start a new journey. You are a teacher and help others find their way. There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power. You have a love that endures. Aww. I just want to linger on this one because I haven't gotten this card in a while. Beautiful. Okay. So we have the black jaguar, the owl, and the wolf. Okay, so the Knight of Cups in reverse. We have the High Priestess. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And then we have the Ten of Wands. Okay. So, yeah. How can I, tell me that there's an Eight of Cups without telling me there's Eight of Cups here? So there's something that happened in this initial go-around that didn't quite work to your expectation, but you're releasing that expectation and replacing it with a much more, realistic, manageable one, i.e., instead of saying, oh, I want to be because I know that some people have a hard time with abstracts. Okay, so let's just say that you were trying to manifest a CEO position. All right, I'm a Capricorn, so forgive me. Say you want to be CEO. And so you're like, okay, I'm going to manifest that this project I did that I know that my superiors are going to be judging me on is like an A+ performance. And then I'm going to go in and talk about it, and the board is going to be there, and I'm going to never trip over my words. I'm going to be able to answer all their questions and come off looking all sparkly. And my competition, they're going to be the competition that's been in this low vibrational energy, talking behind my back, they're going to come in and be, a little bit late, which is kind of typical for them, but it's on the day that it matters, it's going to be obvious who has been putting in the hard work, and I'm going to be able to shine on this. But it didn't work out that way, it just didn't work out that way. Maybe you went in, you did your best, but it still was they were unimpressed a little bit, they didn't gush over you the way that were trying to manifest that happening. Okay, so it's you take a step back and realize, well, maybe I didn't really want to be CEO of this company. It's a lot of responsibility. It's a lot of pressure. And all these people don't really appreciate me being there. So then it's okay, I am then put in a position to network with an affiliate that saw all the work I put in, saw my presentation, and they want to offer me a position at their company, and that is actually more of a dream job experience. So it's you have to leave and you still end up being CEO, but it's of a company that you appreciate and that appreciates you. You know what I mean? It could be something like that. But with this Pathfinder card, it's release your past and start a new journey, okay? There will be challenges, but your soul is strong. Perseverance is your secret power, okay? And also with this wolf, reminds me of the wolf over here in this Nine of Pentacles. It's this is your inner strength. Your inner strength, okay? You know that you have everything under your belt, that you're a kind, strong leader, that you, what more do you want? But you're a kind, strong leader. You know how to manage your resources. You have lots of ideas. You don't just coast and delegate. You really have the capacity to fulfill your own dreams. But, first is kind of maybe getting out of your own head so that you can take the steps that you need. And part of that too is slowing down. Yes, you have the tools, but you really need to also pay attention to those details so you can, be as efficient as possible with those resources. The Knight of Cups, The Knight of Cups here in reverse is an offer not going through. But this was kind of meant to be. It was kind of meant to put you back on your heels a little bit so you can think things through a little bit more closely. Maybe what you were trying to manifest is not really totally in line with your path. And so, it's how some people say, right? The rejection was your protection. This was an opportunity for you to rethink things, to go over what happened so you can plan better the next time. The Wheel of Fortune shows that ultimately you're going to find your way. You will find your way. And with the 10 of Wands here, it's it may not be what you originally thought it was going to be, but it will be forward movement. Because even with the 10 of Wands upright, it shows moving forward, but with a little bit of a struggle. This is, you're probably going to be not moving forward on what this initial thing was, okay? But you will, whatever you do, move forward with, it'll feel freer. It'll feel lighter. It won't be so much of a burden. So that is all great news. So I feel a little out of breath here, but I really think this is the key here, this wolf character. You're a teacher and help others find their way. I get the sense that you're someone with a certain amount of authority, and maybe you are trying to achieve a position that would kind of be a better reflection of your skills, of your knowledge, of your experience. But, it may really just be a sign for you to let this current path go and, carve out a new one. Oh, this card is even called Pathfinder. Yeah, so just, follow your heart, follow your spirit. Stop trying to make, the material things work towards that. Once you let all of that stuff go, then that's when you realize that you're going to get more rewards. Like the divine will pave the way for you. They'll start having those trees bend back for you once you trust in the process and trust where your intuition is trying to lead you to go, okay? Remember, your intuition is very strong. You're an old soul here. Focus on what you really want. Yeah, absolutely. You can create your dreams. Stop trying to make the world fit into your dreams. Follow your dreams and the world will make itself fit, okay? I'm going to leave you with that. I really hope this helps you. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.